I loved my time on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I loved working with Marvel. Yeah, I had the time of my life, and that, been so lucky that that was like a family too, as this show has been, and our cast has been brilliant. So yeah, I mean, I would be Jemma Simmons again in a heartbeat.
We are talking about Suspicion, very exciting thriller for Apple TV Plus, which you're all part of the cast of. Like, this is what, maybe like a fourth of the cast. It's such a big sort of ensemble.
Yeah. Sorry, you've got us.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is fantastic. I'm very excited. So the first thing I want to ask is, I know that you guys started to film this earlier in like 2020, and then it got postponed and all that. I mean, what was the process of getting this series shot like for you? Elizabeth, I'll start with you.
Yeah, so we started like a lot of productions around that time, and then we shut down when it became
February,
yeah, February 2020, and then we shut down when it was clear that that was the right thing to do, and it was, I mean, obviously the world was going through an extraordinary time, and still is, and it's thanks to a lot of people's like hard work and sacrifice that we were able to come back and figure out a protocol of how we would be able to do it safely and responsibly. And we're so grateful that we got to do that, and we're really, really proud of the work that we've made. And it just, for us, I think it's just this just feels a bit different maybe from other shows personally that I've done, in that I understand what it took. I understand it didn't feel like we were taking risks, but it was definitely a leap of faith in the safety protocols that were put in place, and everybody had to act to help to keep everybody else safe. So it was such a team effort, and but filming was a bit different, and we all had to get used to doing things differently. And I think everybody stepped up in every department of the crew, and everybody was safe. And
we can't believe it's coming out.
Yeah, we can't believe it's coming out.
It's finally almost here. Kunal, I want to ask you, the character that you play, your role in this is so wildly different from what people are used to having seen you on Big Bang Theory for so many years. Was it sort of intentional on your part to want to play a character that really gave you an opportunity to kind of be something much more different?
Absolutely. I think as an actor, I always try to pick things that are different. For me personally, I wouldn't want to have a career where I'm only known for one thing, and it's also fun. And I learned a couple of new skills, and I learned from a lot of great actors also who I got to work with. And then to do a show for Apple TV Plus and to work with Chris Long, our director, was really a whole package. It's not just one thing. It's not like I always seek things that are different, but this so happened to be a really wonderful package for it to come together.
It's awesome. Tom, your character, after watching the show, watched the whole show, and I thought to myself, your character development, it happens almost faster than everyone else's because it's in a shorter time span. Because I think you don't come in until Walker doesn't come in until like episode 2 or 3. Was it a challenge for you at all to like have a much shorter amount of time to see the character sort of fulfilled by the end of the season?
Well, in a sense, sorry, I started that with a really weird noise. Yeah. I not kind of, but also you don't I think if you make decisions to justify the end or where you're trying to get to by the end, you're kind of scuppered. So I would just approach it scene by scene and try and do justice to that particular episode or scene. And also, it's such an ensemble piece. You play off your other actors, and we were led by Chris Long and Stefan Schwartz, who are amazing directors and very supportive and collaborative. And so, yes and no, in answer to your question.
Sure.
The question we have is, what does scuppered mean? Scuppered? Scuppered, like you know, when something gets undone or messes up.
Oh,
like
scuppered.
like stopped.
Is that? Were you aware of that word?
I was not aware of that word, but I'm going to use it.
I literally thought you said Tom Stoppard. I think you're trying to make a Tom Stoppard kind of joke. Anyway,
I'm going to casually drop that, and when people are like, "What?" I'm going to be like, "You don't know scuppered? What's wrong?"
Yeah, scuppered.
That's within this whole press situation. That's the worst answer I've given. It was messy from top to tail.
Do you guys find? Gosh, the show is so. There are so many twists. Do you find that it's really hard to talk about it without like having to stop yourself and be like, I can't say too much?
Yeah, of course, because how do you we're here talking about it.
Yeah,
so then how do you engage people and go, yeah, but we can't talk about it. So you have to talk about something.
I think it's going to get worse. I think it's going to get worse as we get towards the end and people really want to know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
What do you think? It's not going to get easier. I mean, as we get closer, hopefully,
Yeah.
people are going to really want to know. And then
I'm excited to hear how people feel along the journey, you know, like who they're rooting for, whose side they're on,
and how it
changes.
switches.
Yeah.
You've seen all of it, but it doesn't come out like that, right? It comes out.
That's right. And I'm stuck having no one to talk to about it.
And we can't talk
to you about it because like I'll spoil it for the people watching this, but hopefully this enthusiasm that we have will engage them and make them like want to watch it. It's a fantastic show, amazing thriller. I hope everybody watches it. I've got to say my goodbyes here in a second. Last thing I want to pose is Elizabeth to you. This is a big ensemble show, not your first big ensemble show. A lot of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans out there are probably going to be tuning in. And I wanted to ask, would you ever want to do a revival? Would you ever want to come back as Jemma Simmons? Have you any interest in that whatsoever?
Of course. Yeah. I loved my time on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I loved working with Marvel. Yeah, I had the time of my life, and that, you know, been so lucky that was like a family too, as this show has been, and our cast has been brilliant. So yeah, I mean, I would be Jemma Simmons again in a heartbeat.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.